This lock cam appears to be made out of brass. It's good quality, it's hefty. If you turn it over, you can see that this post, which held it on the base for it to rotate, was a rivet, and it had a flared head which has worn away. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole right in the center of that post and use a very small flathead screw, something with a head that's broad enough to span out over the opening of the body that inserts through. I found this little screw in my can of miscellaneous screws. It's got a nice broad head. Let's see there. Yeah, it's broader than the post, so that should work just fine. I'm going to file the top of that flat. Just have a nice little flat surface, because that will allow me to have my drill bit not want to skid off when I start drilling it. So we're just going to clamp that in my little bench vise here and file a little flat. That's pretty good. The other thing that'll help is take a punch and put a little divot right in the top of that. See if I can do this here. Again, that'll just help the drill bit remain in place. You see? Then the question is what size to drill that hole for this little tiny screw. Well, I've got this little jig I made many years ago. I've used this for 20 years or more. You can see it's a block. I've drilled holes, and each hole I've written the size of that hole, the diameter of that hole, based on the drill bit I used. This is made from oak, so it's solid. It doesn't wear or chip very easily, which is good for all these years of use. But I take the screw and I see which one fits it. 9/64 would be too big. It drops into that one. An 1/8 inch might work. I just want to catch the threads. So that one might work. 7/64, that feels a little tight. So I'm thinking an 1/8 inch is going to be the one I need. I'm going to drill this on my drill press here. You can probably do this with a hand drill, a power drill by hand, and clamp this in the vise. But since I have a drill press, that's pretty convenient. I'm going to hold it with these little vise grips. I've got a little block here to help level the underside of that as I hold it for drilling. I got the drill press set at a slow speed too. I'm drilling a harder material, so a low speed is a good thing. See how this works. Just gentle pressure, gives a bit time to work. It looks like it's drilling fine. That's interesting. I'm caught on the bit a little bit here. The shavings of metal bound it up there a little bit. But I think that's pretty good. Should be deep enough. But that worked just fine. All right. Now we're going to pre-thread our screw in there before we reassemble the whole thing. So we'll put this back in this little vise and see if we can thread that screw down into that hole. Going down. Yeah, looks like it's going down. Yeah. There we go. Oh, there's the camera. There. See that? I think that's going to work just fine. So here's all the pieces to the latch. The body of the latch has a set of flat springs in here that engage the cam. Provides a little spring tension when you rotate the latch. Then a washer goes over the head of the old rivet, and the screw that I drilled the hole for goes right over that all and holds everything together. Open, closed. That's the way it works.